Yes, good morning. Good morning, is it Ukala? So let's use that power tap to move things forward. Check 1 2. So let's use our power tap to move things forward. Check check check. Only you are wonderful. For there's no one else like you, who is faithful and true. So if you're watching from Instagram, from YouTube, etc., this is live. Of course, this is live on TikTok also, but this is the 14th of May. Okay, 10 a.m. UK time. So you can request in real time is what I'm trying to say. And if you're watching this as a broadcast, then you may not be able to. Okay. I can see Beatrice from Portugal, or from Spain rather. Beatrice, have you been able to register for the course? It's starting on Monday. Or if you have a child that, well, at least about a teenage child, I would say, that can take advantage of that, we could get them in. All right. Let's see. Casolese is requesting, is he intentional? Casolese, you're up. Sorry? I can't hear him. I see it moving, but I can't hear. Why? Can you, maybe we test with somebody. He said it's a mistake. Oh, so how come I'm not hearing? Well, I don't know. I'm hearing feedback of myself, which is ideal because of the test. Anyway, when we start having guests, we'll try to sort that issue. Shouldn't be a problem. You reign, you're the ancient Zion's king. Kadosh, Kadosh, you are mighty on your throne. Alright, so I think we're ready. Yeah, so once we have 2,000 likes, we'll get started. But what we're going to is the book of Jubilees, chapter 26. Jubilees 26 is where we're going to. So we'll get started from there. Break comes into the deep, cry out. You reign. Evangelist Laura, you're welcome. Alright, so let's Jubilees 26, let's go into that. Yesterday we went from Jubilees to Galatians to Hebrews. So it was very interesting yesterday. It was very, very interesting yesterday. So let's try to share also, that we can start. Let's get to 2,000 likes. Begin for the day. You reign, you reign. You're the ancient Mrs. Aima, you're welcome. You're mighty on your throne. Hallie, you're welcome. Then Jacobu, you're welcome. Let's tap to hit 2K. Jubilees 26. Well, let's just pray and get started. It's already 1.6. Our Father, we thank you. We thank you for the gift of life, for bringing us to this place, to this earth, in your wisdom, in your grace, in your mercy. As we open our hearts, as we humble our hearts, we open our minds, we ask that you show us beautiful things out of your law. Help us to see you, help us to know you more by these words. We give you thanks, our Father. In the name of your Son, Yeshua, we've prayed. Amen. Break forth, fountains of the deep. Okay, Jubilees 26. So we are reading generally to just refresh our hearts, to have our daily bread, so to speak. You know, when you sing that song, this is the air I breathe, this is my daily bread, your very word spoken to me. So it's like you're trying to fulfill that in literal terms. So just to hear this thing helps to remind you, helps to strengthen you every day. So we'll do this for the rest of this year into the next year, 2027. Okay, so that's it. So, and in the 7th year of this week, Isaac called Esau, his eldest son, and said to him, I am old, my son, and behold, my eyes are dim in seeing, and I know not the day of my death. He was not going to die anytime soon, actually. Yes, by God's grace. Thank you, Evangelist Lara. And now take your hunting weapons, your quiver and your bow, and go out to the field and hunt and catch me venison, my son, and make me savory meat, such as my soul loves, and bring it to me that I may eat, and that my soul may bless you before I die. He wasn't going to die soon, actually. But Rebekah heard Isaac speaking to Esau. And Esau went forth early to the field to hunt and catch, and bring home to his father. And Rebekah called Jacob her son, and said to him, Behold, I heard Isaac your father speak unto Esau your brother, saying, Hunt for me, and make me savory meat, and bring it to me, that I may eat and bless you before Yahweh, before I die. What scripture are you reading? I'm reading Jubilees chapter 26. Let me hear from Evangelist Lara. Okay, Emoji, are you reading Emoji? Do you know about Jubilees? Or you've been hearing about it, you've not heard it before, or you are skeptical, like, I'm not sure about that. Let me hear from Evangelist Lara. Only I don't know if this thing's working. It should be. Can you hear me? Oh no, there's a problem then, because I can't hear her. How do we solve this? Let me try this. Oh Lord, be lifted high. Can you say hello one more time? Can you say hello one more time? Okay, my friend who listens says that we are in Armageddon and Gog and Magog after. What do I do? This light may go off and on, okay, but just stay on, okay? It shouldn't be that hard. Be lifted high. So those on YouTube, someone is on YouTube rather, is saying, says that we're in Armageddon, Gog and Magog battle after Satan is released from bottomless pit. My question is, where is Jesus now and then? And then? Okay, now and then. Okay. Paul Paul Nicholas. What you need to watch is the Lara. You can please, Evangelist Lara. You can please try to come up again, please. So what you need to check is the conference we had. Can you say hello? Brilliant. It's working now. Yes. Hello. Can you hear me? Have you heard about Jubilees before? Okay. Yeah. So just hold on a minute. Let me answer the person on YouTube. Paul Nicholas, can you come on the guest with the link that is on YouTube so that I can try to answer you in real time? I find it more. It's generally more efficient to do that. Yeah, so that's what Jubilees is literally. Um, Evangelist Lara, decline cookies. Okay, so that's what it is generally, but there's a book of Jubilees. It gives more details about what you will find in Genesis, and it's actually good. It's accurate. We have read it at least, is it 3 times now on this live, right, from start to finish. Okay, but is this the first time you are seeing our TikTok live, or where did you get this from? Are you there? You have not seen this before. You have not seen my face before. Oh, okay, it's good. Okay. Mhm. This topic. Mrs. Okoye, what should we do? I'm calling one of the moderators. Mrs. Okoye, what should we do? No. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. So why did this topic interest you? Okay, we are saying that the Bible is Black African history. That's what is there. And what we're trying to say is that the Bible is not from Europe. It's not from the white man. We are saying that it is the African people that actually wrote the Bible. But Satan has deceived the world to think that it is not so. I get what I'm saying. Why did you sigh? You just sighed. Huh? We like God, things of God so much, right? I think it does. Good. But that's the interpretation. That's translation rather. Okay. I know. Yeah, but let me try something. After that, I will show you where you can easily listen. Which listen to this platform. So, but I want to try something, show you something that you will not, that you would take away, even though you get to leave on time. Although I hope you stay longer, but I want to show you something. Um, do you know what they call circumcision? Mhm. I know. So who started circumcision? Okay, but do you know they do it in Africa? I guess you are from West Africa, maybe Yoruba land. Oh, from your name, right? So, who taught the Yoruba people how to circumcise, and the Igbo people, and the Hausa people? Mhm. Please, yeah, go ahead. Mhm. Right, like the advice he gives you or other things. Gold and silver. And she was not Christian like that, or reading the Bible or Quran like that as such. Mm. Hmm.
Bluetooth mode connected. I don't. So when I come down to Christ, I started studying. In the Bible. There's a word I always say, he say it, I think it's a word, it's a word, but I found that it's not a word. It's of God.
I see. Okay, let me ask a question. Again, like I said, circumcision is supposed to come from the Bible, but you find it within African people, and we have found that the language is so. In fact, we have found that many deities, right, in Africa, the ones that I know about in Yoruba land, for example, we have discovered that they are supposed to be patriarchs and not necessarily deities. In fact, from what we are reading, have you heard about Samuel Johnson before?
Johnson.
He wrote Yoruba history. I know the name will sound familiar. So we have found that, in fact, is like the person Yoruba people will call Odudua. It's likely that that person is actually Abraham. Mm-hmm. It's likely that person is Abraham. That's some of the things we're beginning to see. Can you still hear me? Mm-hmm. So, um, and so we have checked the languages, we have checked the people and their culture, we have checked even the location. It's as if, in fact, even the location where the things happen is not even in that Jerusalem pilgrimage that we go to. It's like it happened here. Let me give you, yes, indeed. So let me give you one thing about language before you go, so you can hold on to that, and of course you can still stay around to listen. So the Bible was translated from Hebrew, right? Are you there? Mm-hmm. Especially the Old Testament. Now, the first chapter of the first book of Hebrews, sorry, of the first book of the Bible, Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. It says, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth, right? In the Hebrew, it says something like Bereshit, Elohim, Shamaim, Bara, Shamaim, Et, then Eret. That's like 6 Hebrew words. 5 out of that 6 Hebrew words, we have found that at least 5 of them, you have them inside Yoruba language. Now the first one is Bereshit. Okay, that's my manager work on YouTube chat, Paul Nicholas. Okay, that's your manager at work. Okay, Hali, is that I didn't get that. Is it your manager? Right, so are you there, Evangelist Lara? So the first Hebrew word in the Bible, Genesis 1:1, is Bereshit. Okay, of which it means in the beginning, right? Yes, it does. It's not okay. Is that yes or no? it's not an argument, it's a discussion. I want you to reason with me. Because that is something that you know and that I know. It's not an argument. I want to show you something and I want you to participate, to interact. So there are 6 Hebrew words. I'll just ask you some questions to confirm. Do you speak Yoruba? Shegbo Yoruba dada. So I'm saying Bereshit. English has 10 words in Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. That is 10 English words, Abi. That's exactly, that's fine. You're right. But I am saying that if you are taking the 6 Hebrew words, in English it is 10. In Hebrew it is 6. Bereshit, Elohim, Bara, Shamaim, Et, Eret. Okay? These things are things we have put in video. You can go and check it later. So Bereshit means in the beginning. I'm telling you that you don't know that. I'm the one telling you. Okay? But I'm now asking you. Bereshit means in the beginning, correct? Right? Yes, that's what I said. Now, good, brilliant. So how do you say beginning in Yoruba? Do you see? You see, it sounds like Bereshit, but it's not exactly, right? Good. Let's go to the next word. Elohim. What's the meaning of Elohim? You know that one. Good. It's like God. Good. Elohim is actually plural, but in Hebrew the singular is Eloha. Right? Singular is Eloha. Just like you say Malakim is the same word you get Malaika from. What is Malaika, by the way? What's the meaning of Malaika? Yes, Yoruba, African. Good. So Malaika, actually it means angel in general. Malaika, you are right. So now, yeah. So Malaika is singular. Where I'm going is that Malakim is plural. Malaika singular. That's where Elohim is plural. The singular is Eloha. How do you say Lord or Lord God in Yoruba? Oluwa. Sheripo Joradie. Kojora. So the first one is Bereshit, Ibereyan. It doesn't look like it, right? Or just a little bit. It is Iberesheti. Mo ko fẹ́ tupale pátápátá ni. Iberesheti Eluiwa. Right? In the beginning, when Elohim. Let's go to the next one. You have Shamaim. Shamaim again is plural. But once you put in behind the Hebrew word, it becomes plural. But Shama is singular for Shamaim. Eloha is singular for plural Elohim. Malaika is singular. Malakim is plural. So Shamaim is plural. Singular is Shama. Shama ngotonje awo somo ni Yoruba. What is it? What's it in English? Summer. What's the meaning of summer in Yoruba? Summer. Like clouds. In Hausa they will say Sama. In Hebrew it is Shama. Heavens. Does that look like it? 20%, 100%, 70%, 50%? That's the point I'm telling you already. What do they, let me just finish the Genesis 1:1. The next word is et. That's like et in Hebrew means and. Something you can look up later. How do you say and in Yoruba? That is, let's say you are saying bread and beans. That and, how do you say it in Yoruba? Right? In Hebrew it is thank you. So ati means and, right? In Hebrew it is et. Not really, Abby. Kojora. What do they call okele in Hebrew? Sorry, in Yoruba. What does okele mean in it? You're a very funny person. Swallow, that's food, right? That's solid food, right? Do you know the way you say food in Hebrew is okele, the same thing? Yes. No, okele means food in Hebrew, is what I'm telling you. No, I am not telling you the meaning is different. I'm telling you it's the same meaning, right? Let me. Mhm, 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 mhm. Oh, okay. Mhm. What's the difference? Mhm. I'm speaking by both. There are some of these things I caught in dreams, by visions, by revelation. There are some, and then plus slash and I study it and you find it there. Yes, good morning, my brother Otumba Tiba. Does that answer your question? Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So for me, it is both. But let's stay on the study side. I'll not tell you things I got by revelation. I'll only tell you the ones I got by study. Is that fine? So you can check. Okay. I've not diverted yet. I've not told you one thing by revelation yet. Eh? Let me still pick a few more. No, it's fine. We take new guests. No, 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 you're not. That's fine. For example, let me look for another one. What do they. How will I put this one? What do you know what they call Lord in Hebrew? Elimamo. You know what they call Baal? Prophets of Baal, right? For example. What's the meaning of that word Baal? Is it something you have checked before? In Hebrew. Baal means Lord. It means owner. Hmm? Mhm. Right? Of course, doesn't mean God, right? Right. For example, um, let me give you another one. Let me give you another one. There's many here, right? I'll suggest you watch some of those videos. That'll be an easier one. For example, the way you say see. If you want to say see in Hebrew, right? How do you say see in Yoruba language? Something you know. Mm-hmm. Think about it. What do you say? Another way to say see, not look. Good. Re, right? Yeah, that's the same way you say see in Hebrew. Re. In fact, have you heard Elroy before? What does it mean? Ah, are you sure? It is you. I think you need more revelation than study, but you are kind of partly right, right? Elroy means God sees, okay, or God sees me, the God that sees me, right? Yeah. So that El means God. The Roy means to see, and I'm saying that's like saying Eloha Roy, right? Oluwa Ri, right? But let me give you your time, man. Listen some more. If you want some more, you can just check around our channel, our page. You'll find more things. But it's been nice speaking with you. I want you to take your time too. But if you want to study, you would you would do work. Oh. Eh? You need what I mean is you would need to open books, write things down, and things like that. Miss Folashade, how are you doing? So that's what I mean. Yes. So it means you need to push. You will have to do a lot of purging to. Me, I don't know that one. Yeah, the God who sees Oluwarimi. Yeah. So, well, thank you so much, Evangelist. A lot of reading. It's just saying you need to do reading. It's just saying you need to do reading. That's what it's saying. That's what I am saying. Don't worry. Comments can be funny. You know the way comment. No, just scriptures. But just stay around. They will talk more. Is that okay? Oh, there's a YouTube question. Just stay around. Thank you so much. At work. Okay. Okay, YouTube next. Well, do you watch YouTube, Mrs. Lara? Very frequently. What you want to watch is our channel. But let me let you stay around some more time. I'm sure since you have come around, you have requested as a guest. If you come on TikTok some other time, we are here 10 o'clock every morning. We'll be doing this for almost 1 year. Okay. So we're here 10 o'clock. Right, indeed. That's true. That's right. Thank you so much. I've always wondered why we, the Yoruba, have too many cultural similarities with the Hebrew. Yes, indeed. Why are people just asking this? Are you Nubian King? Is it your first time? Nubian King, you can also come up. Maybe today will be for first timers. Oluwa Shegun Delani. Yeah, Mr. Olusheye, good morning. Sharing on YouTube. Okay. Like a symphony. Nubian King, good morning. Is this not your first time, is it? It is. Your name sounds familiar. Maybe many people use that name. Have you seen our channel before, though? 91 podcast. Your voice is, I think your voice is low. If you don't mind, maybe if you can. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Just keep going. I think people can hear you. Yeah. Yes. Just a moment, my brother. Can people on the guest or everywhere hear him? I can hear him. I can push up my volume here, but it's very low. But if they can hear you, then that's fine. Can someone confirm? Just 1, 2 people if they can hear Nubian King. We can hear him well. Fine. Let's keep going then. Circumcision in 8 days, burying the dead or mourning the dead for 40 days. Most times it's the same day, and that's why the child will be crying so much on. Right, go ahead.
Bluetooth mode. Connected.
Have a pen. You hold it on your left hand to write. On one, it does the same thing. Maybe praise before grabbing the pen. Somewhere, you guys are either crossed or you're from the same tree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering why black race, the West Africans particularly, been excluded from history. Because they've done research where they see fossils 1,000 years old here in Nigeria. Like the boats they discovered, like the Nok terracottas, made by humans. The discovered around Lake Chad was carbon dated to about 12,000 years old.
I see.
The terracottas in Ile-Ife, the glass wood, those technology and all those things. I mean,
Indeed.
Interacted with the West. Why is it erased from history?
It's a bigger book.
Honor your father.
Mm-hmm.
Your father. Your mother. Do not dishonor your father by getting married to your cousins or sisters. All those things, they are culturally practices. The practice of marriage where your family will go make inquiries and know about the family of the other person, lineage, whether they have madness, whether they have, ferment and stuff. Yoruba people do pure Jewish practices till date. I'm wondering how come so many similarities, so many things that has identical meaning, but yet there's no history or interaction or documented. Are we a bunch of the Jews that pulled away at a certain time when Exodus happened? People didn't believe in the prophecy or in the journey and they peeled away and moved elsewhere. Maybe Jerusalem was actually quiet. People migrated west and away from all these invasions from Assyria, from Rome, and all of that to their own new kingdoms. So that part has always stuck with me because I came across article recently about the Lemba Jews, Southern Africa, where they did the DNA analysis of that particular tribe and they carry the prophet gene of the Israeli tribe. Dismissed them before, but they did the DNA analysis before they actually acknowledged them. Same thing about the Falashas, some other different big tribes that migrated into Africa. We have things that so vast of these tribes weren't just documented or followed. My curiosity.
Yeah, really sorry about the interruption. Really sorry about that. I was just enjoying your first hand questions. Just a moment. your first-hand questions because they are kind of fresh. There are some of the questions you're asking that people that have been here for a while, they know the answers to them, but sometimes it's good to still hear them afresh from um, from someone who is it gone off now? Okay, we'll try to let's see.
Okay, let's see. So while we're trying to resolve TikTok, those on YouTube, yeah, you can ask your questions, but I'm thinking I've answered the question from from the person that was trying to ask the other time. Excuse me. So I think I've been able to answer their question. Okay. Okay. So regarding Gog Magog Armageddon war is more like, so where is Jesus? Very likely in the North Pole. Okay. It sounds almost crazy, like you might say, but I think it's just about in the North Pole, in the center of the navel of the Earth. It's a very likely answer to that. That's for the person asking on YouTube. I hope I've answered the question. Okay. So those that have questions on other platforms can ask. So any more questions on another part before we continue the scripture reading? So if anybody has question on any of those platforms, you can let us know so that we can proceed the reading of the scriptures. So while we're trying to sort TikTok, so Jubilees 26 verse 6, and now my son, obey my voice in that which I command you. Go to your flock and fetch me 2 good kids of the goats. Okay, go to your flock. Okay, fetch me 2 good kids of the goat, and I will make of them savory. I'll make them savory meat for your father, such as he loves, and you shall bring it to your father. Okay, that your father may eat, that he may eat and bless you before Yahweh before he dies. By the way, if I can remember right, I think, in fact, Rebecca died even before Jacob. Eventually, Rebecca died before Jacob. Right? You'll be, it's hot. Be surprised that Jacob was not close to dying at all. Okay. He wasn't close to dying at all. So he missed that part about his death. He wasn't gonna die anytime soon. Okay. So let's get Nubia King to come up again from his to complete the things he was discussing. Oh yeah, so okay, I think network is back. Okay, let's accept Nubian King again. Set Mrs. Okoye. Yeah, so Nubian King, can you hear me? Sorry? Okay, just a moment. Okay. Yes, so most of the questions you're asking, rhetorical questions it may be, but we have we have answers to many of them. Okay? Right. But what part of the podcast did you watch? Okay, Arian God is of Igbo. Okay. So it's a lot of what our ministry seemed to cover is uncovering the lies. Okay, just and you will see that you will discover that at the end of the day, this is definitely an age of deception. You understand? It's definitely an age of deception. One general theme. There's many things you can use in describing our timeline at the past 1, 2, 300 years of human history. You can call it the age of knowledge, age of technological advancement, call it many things. But I think one of the main things that describes this age is deception. It's in the education, it's in the medicine, in the nutrition, in science especially, right? In history, it's just everywhere. In so-called religion, it's everywhere. So you will discover that our topic seems to be broad, seems to be touching almost everything, right? But the whole point is that it is like it's just to bring an end to this deception age that Satan is bringing on the world, right? So I would advise you, also encourage you rather to watch up to part 6. I don't know if you're able to watch it from part 1 in order. Right. So if you could go to our channel on YouTube, well, it's also on 91 podcast, but it's not arranged like a playlist. Yes. So for our page, we put it in part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. So I'll just try to show that. Let me see if I can quickly try to show that to you. But I'm sure you can figure it out, right? You know, just to get the parts and watch from part 1 to 6, so you would see many things, and the topics will seem to just keep touching everything in every direction. But yes, the answer to most of your questions are just yes, yes, and yes. And what that means is that what you have in your so-called Middle East is going to be a fake, unfortunately, right? And I know people do Jerusalem pilgrimage and things like that, but it's not it. I don't know, did you hear when I spoke about the Ugandan mandate? Right. I got it. I got your question. It's a very valid question, and it's not. It doesn't require so much cleverness, and it's not so difficult. All you need is two generations. It's as simple as that. Just two generations. Let me just try to show you the playlist. So it should be somewhere around, yeah. So 91 podcast part one to the end, like that. So, so we can find that playlist on. So that's it. That's your part one. This is slightly off. Sorry. So you can go ahead and get that one today. That's part one. So yes, we've thought about that, and well, you would not get. You will get it on the website. It has its own website. It's abraimomovie.com. So the comment. Yes, indeed. Let someone at least paste it on the comment so that the thing is, there's many things you cannot hear. What is it you cannot hear, Shade? Let someone type Shade so that, or ask her what is it she can't hear. What is happening? Okay. So Nubian King, we can't hear you if you're off your app like you are now. Okay. But there's a lot of things that are on the websites that are, I don't know how many things is possible to tag at the same time, but this will give you a list to the playlist. Okay, so let me take that off. So we have all of that before this TikTok will start flagging what doesn't exist. So we have all of that. In fact, we have an academy. Okay, so it's a question of when people are ready, they will come and meet it there. And yeah, we're pushing it a little bit also. So we also have an academy. In fact, we should register for our academy, right? Well, if you think you're interested. But you can also check, oh, it's off again. You can also check reasonandlearn.com. So it's a matter of when people are ready, right? Yeah. Yes, it's virtual. That's the academy, you mean? Yeah, it's Reason and Learn program. It's virtual. We're starting on Monday. That's actually the first cohort. Okay. So rather than jumping straight into African history straight away, right? For example, we had a guest some moments ago. I think she has a lot of work to do. Okay, on many things, right? People need to learn how to reason. Okay, it may sound almost insulting to some people, but it's not an insult. It's a description, okay, of a person's you know, state, so to speak. So they need to learn how to reason and how to engage with information. It doesn't mean that they're not smart. No, that's not it. But people need to learn how to reason. Okay, so we don't just jump straight and say, hey, come and see Oduduwa is Abraham. It's not necessarily the best way to approach things. So we start, eventually we get to that in the stage 2. So that's the link for Abraham movie, Mr. King, Nubian King. So eventually we get to that stage. Around stage 2 is what that is. Okay, so but the first part is teaching people basic foundation of reasoning, right? Teaching them how to accept information, how to filter information, right? How to not just be easily manipulated or deceived by, you know, sales pitches and news flash media, social media, politics, religion, and those kind of things, right? And then the level 2 teaches a little bit about, within stage 1, teaches a little bit about money, about just a few basic things of life, which I think people should have resolved and settled before they start dabbling into spiritual or even religious matters, you see. So that's what the stage 1 is about, and then into stage 2. So it's virtual, to answer your question in short. The time, we're starting on Monday. You can do it at your pace, but we generally suggest that people do it on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, such that you can do your day 1. There's 3 days in a week for each class. Let me show something. So there's 3 days for each class, okay? And I want the reason why I'm going over it again is because I've learned that sometimes some people are just hearing that for the first time, so they need to. It may seem repetitive, but I think it's important to tell people again, those that may not have heard. So it's 3 days a week. It's about 1 hour per class, so you have just 3 hours per week. That's the time implication. And I think the stage 1, which is the first one you're enrolling into, it's gonna take you about 15 weeks thereabouts. Okay, but we can do it as a cohort together. We are here every day, by the way, 10 o'clock every day. Just wait. Okay, the amount in dollars, please. So we are here 10 o'clock. Are you see the Nubian King? Yeah, so we are here 10 o'clock every morning. And so when the course starts on Monday, it's literally opening up on Monday. People have been registering already, so we suggest people do it on Monday/Tuesday for the lesson 1. The day 2 within your week, do it on your Wednesday to Thursday. The day 3 maybe between Friday, because when you finish your day 1, it gives you about 36 hours. It locks you out before it opens up the next day for you. So the cost implication, it costs £250. That's just about how much it's worth, okay? But for people that may be applying from Africa, those that are our partners, people that are watching like right now, I'll give the code again today for the slash. It's for Nubian King in dollars. Someone is pulling your legs. Maybe there's somebody that knows you personally. So, sorry? Oh yeah. Oh, way back. Oh, I see. Right. So, yeah. So for those hearing directly now, we use the code. We have to go to the screen. Let me show you the full gist of the story. Okay. So let's see. Symphony. So this is the website for that, reasonandlearn.com. In fact, I think if you type reason and learn on your Google, it's going to take you straight here. Well, it's going to list this as one of the top things to look at. So this is the website, reasonandlearn.com. So a global program for understanding how the world works, okay, how it evolves, how it changes, okay, and how it connects. So we are not just dumping and saying, hey, everybody come see Abraham is this, oh, come see we are the Hebrews. Yes, that's nice, but we keep that just for the YouTube, etc., and for the stage 2 of this program. All right, so that's just about it, to understand how things, how the world really works, understand money, power, media, belief systems, systems that shape your daily life. Then talk about how to think. All right, logic, critical thinking, clarity, how to spot manipulation, reason through complex issues. Okay. Then how to become harder to deceive. Like I said, this is if you want to undo what Satan is doing majorly in this time and season, it is generally about deception. Let me let those who are on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube also see what we're doing. So, but just before that, someone is saying here on YouTube, these videos on Tartaria, this particular one looks so much like the Moremi statue. I am wondering about the significance of Moremi statue. That they copy it worldwide. Oh, I've not seen Moremi statue before. You could just come up, this person on YouTube, I think it's JU. You can come up so that we could see that whatever statue together. All right, so let's let those on other platforms see what we're doing here. Okay, so so how to act to become harder to deceive, to navigate life with confidence. So who is it for? Well, there's stage 1 and stage 2, and you have pathways into 3 different pathways. So yes, thanks for the F1. Otherwise, we need to be quick. In 5 minutes, we need to take the screen off. 5 learning levels, 3 specialized pathways. There's 23 total weeks. Okay, although you start with 15, you do the remaining about 8, 9 later, or 12 plus 13, something like that. Right, and we have literally over 200 videos. Okay, tutorial videos there. You can learn at your pace. So it's for students preparing for preparing for life rather. Adults who, it's flagged it, but it's okay. We'll just be quick. So it's for adults looking for, who want to understand the world, individuals questioning mainstream narratives, professionals seeking sharper reasoning and clarity and all that. So of course you earn a certificate at the end of it. Okay, so if you say start your journey, takes you to this page, but you can start now. This is where I'm going. Oh, we're there already. I'll just go to the next page. It's here. So it's gonna cost you £200. That's just about what it's worth. In fact, to be honest, it was a little bit more than that. Okay, right, it was a little bit more than that. Okay, am I still audible? Can someone confirm? This thing is really hanging here on the TikTok. I'll just am I still audible? Can someone confirm? Just unmute and confirm. In and out. Okay, just a moment. Let's try this. Hope it doesn't. Okay. Alright, so, but is it still manageable? Can you still at least patch together what I'm trying to say? You can please unmute to confirm. And it's not so hot because I've got a cooling device on it. Okay, check 1 2, check 1 2. Check 1 2. So we're just trying to fix TikTok. You are Yahweh, the maker of the heaven and the earth and all it all. You are Yahweh. You are Yahweh. Alright, so for those still listening, you can use a promotional code. So once you click the promotional code part there, then you can type a code, which I want those on what's the code now, on TikTok to also partake of. I don't want them to miss it. You are Yahweh. By the way, while we're working on that, oh, this is really trying to be slow today. What I'm gonna do, let me pull all this out. It will sound different, but okay. Decide to use some conventional methods so that we can today is just a little bit somehow. Okay. So it's like the platform is just temperamental today. No audio. Let's try this. Do we have audio now? Somebody confirm from TikTok. Do we have audio now? No audio still. No audio still. What do we do? Check 1 2 check. Sound back on now. Great. Okay, good. Thank you so much for your help, Chioma. So I hope Nubian King is still there, so that he can just wait. Okay, so let's push that forward. By the way, if anybody wants this course, if it sounds like something you want to do, please let us know. We don't want money to be what stops anybody. Okay? Yes, it costs to design the course and do all those things, but to host the platform, keep it alive. But then money shouldn't be what is stopping anybody. Okay? It should be either information, interest, and things like that. Once we've gotten those out of the way, it shouldn't be that hard. Okay? And we have people registering from at least right now maybe up to 3-4 countries. Okay, someone from Kenya just registered yesterday. I mean, from different countries, of course, a lot of people from the UK and all that. So okay, so do we have I'm trying to stay with Nubian King. If he can get it, then I'm sure we're carrying everybody along, since he asked the question. Nubian King, can you come up? Maybe I just continue. It's like I can't see them right now. Oh, it's like he left. Okay, so I'll just finish what I was saying. Let's see, so we can close that discussion from there. Okay, so for those who are just watching, you can literally type subscriber there. Subscriber, that gives you, it cuts off that amount instantly. Okay, so once you go there, you type subscriber, you click apply, and it cuts your price straight away by 20%, gives you to 200 straight away. Okay, but there are further discounts, and you can always please join the Telegram so that we can see. Okay, Nubian King is back, so we can see how we can give you, whoever, further discounts. If you're watching from Africa, it may be too much, because in Kenya shillings, for example, this £200, even this £200 is going to be something around let's see, 10 1 2 3 about 30,000 shillings. I don't know, but that could be some other person's salary for the whole month, you see. So in Nigerian naira, this is probably like 400,000 naira. That's a lot. Okay, so we don't expect that people that are somehow, the system has manipulated the exchange rate to be that way, so we don't expect them to have to go this high. So we have what's it called now, provisions for all such things. Nubian King, you're welcome back. Can you hear me? Okay, so that's that. So once people get to register at this page, did you get everything? Do you know how we got to 200 from 250?
No, I didn't hear that part.
Oh, you didn't hear that part. That's a very important part you missed. So like I said, you can add a promo code Okay, so just type subscriber. That's the one we're giving for free for everybody for now who are hearing live. If anybody finds out from the website by themselves, they will probably pay 250. Okay, but if you can type subscriber on your promotion code there, okay, you can check out with 200 pounds. Are you seeing the price change? You see how it is now, right? So once you do that, you get a message that looks like this. Okay, just simulated everything so people can see. All caps. Yes, it's actually not case sensitive. If you use smaller case, it still pop in your uppercase for you. So you're gonna get a message that looks like this. So I think we are still showing those on other platforms. Yes, we are. So real admin, real is from reason and learn. Okay, REAL, reason and learn. Yep. So if you get a message from the admin saying, okay, hi, real tester, or say hi, whatever your name is, welcome to Reason and Learn. Your account has been created. Tells you it will be your email address, your username, give you a password. Then you probably should reset it immediately anyway. So then you log in, right, and you go to change the password. There, any issues you tell them at hello@reasonandlearn.com. So that being sorted, you get brought over to something like this. So these are all the courses available for this program. Okay, there's going to be more courses later, very likely, but at least for this program is what you've got. So there is the stage 1 and stage 2. Okay, so stage 1 has this level 1, level 2, and level 3 for stage 1, and then you have these other ones for stage 2, level 4 and 5. But the level 5 has 3 branches. You either pick politics and leadership, you pick religion, spirituality, or you work on culture and media. But this is what we're dealing with first. Okay, so that gets you into this. Is it making sense so far? Yeah. Okay, so when you log in, etc., it gives you this access to this. Then you go into the course and get that ready. Now let me try something. Okay, so let's try another one. I want to show people the interface today. I've done that a little bit, but let's try to show the people the interface today. Let's try. Do we have? How why is it difficult to show? Oof. Let me see. Well, there's literally a whole video that takes care of all of this. Okay, and you can just check your. Let me see if to use this. You are Yahweh. You are Yahweh. So, any questions so far? Are you still there, my brother? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. I said not at all.
Okay. So there is a movie for that. There is, like you were asking. Let me zoom this out. So let's see. But I'm sure anyway your friend must have told you a lot about the ministry and everything. So, but then maybe you wanted to hear yourself. Where is that? Yeah, that's it. Okay. So we don't need the audio anyway. But I think those on other platforms are still here. So yeah. So this is just about how the platform looks. There's a moment. So when you get to the other place where you clicked the courses the other time, you click that and then it takes you somewhere here. Okay, so it gives you the level overview. You have, this is day 1, day 2, day 3, I think, yes, and that's for 1 week, right? Level 1 I think it has 4 weeks or 3 weeks thereabout, and that's it. You click your day 1 to begin your classes. You have 8 modules per day, right, which you can finish in just about 1 hour. So when you click the first one, for example, is a video, the second one is a little bit this, and then the first lesson is just about basically numbers. A lot of people are so scared of numbers for some reason. I'm hoping that's going to perform a deliverance for some people that are so afraid of numbers. It's so simplified. Calculation, exactly. So we are not going to be calculating X, Y, Z. Oh no. We are not doing that at all. Mrs. Okoye, I hope you are not one of those that are that, that sometimes don't like seeing too many numbers.
Oh my god, I see numbers that
one of those that will hate your math teacher. Right. So we're not going to be doing X, Y, Z. Calculate this. If Bobo is going at 5 kilometers per hour, no. We're not doing all of that. We just explain to people the principle of how this complex so-called numbers is. Okay, because numbers are very important. Helps you to understand scale. Helps you understand a lot of things. Okay, so it demystifies numbers. You see, right? So you see, just telling you just basically what numbers are used for, just to understand stuff. So if you're someone that is very smart, okay, like maybe like Nubian King, you might feel like, oh my God, is this what I paid £250 for? Okay, at the start. But then we have to carry everybody along, okay? So that people are, just all you need to do is to just be able to understand the language we're talking in, okay? So that you can get it. So, like that, then you have a little bit of, what's this thing called? Assessment, okay? You select your questions, answer. So, of course, you can fail, but you're allowed to try infinite number of times. You can keep trying, all right, until you pass it. And the pass mark is about 80. It's not such like a hard exam and all that. Okay, so this is when I was talking about this part 6 of the interview you're just about to go watch later. So that's it. So let us know. People can let us know in the comment if you're interested. I can imagine Nubian King might need some time to think and all that. Except he's heard about this before, but that's fine. Any other questions?
None at all.
Okay.
I was trying to check over pages and go on YouTube to see the movie you mentioned.
The movie is not on YouTube. The movie is also for sale, but is there a but? It's actually just $5. Is that $5 or £5, which is not too much, okay? But if I could get you the movie now for free, right now, okay? If you don't mind, if it's something you want, right?
Yeah, I'll love that.
Great. So what you need to do is please join the Telegram channel and try to say and hi to her. Take a little effort, So just let someone page the Telegram channel, join from there. I would have gone straight away, but I'm not sure it's on this device to give you that access. So just send that to you, then you have the movie that straight away. So but please join Telegram channel. Once you say Nubian King or something or whatever, then I'm sure that's you. Then we can get that across. So that's
the handle for the Telegram.
the hand what? Sorry.
The handle for the Telegram channel.
Yes, you can search Kunle Ministers on Telegram, but someone can also paste that link. Someone please paste that for him so he can get it. But once you search Kunle Ministers, it gets you to the channel. Yeah, that's it. So you can copy that and paste it. Then you have that. So today apparently we'll be reading just one chapter because we're just on verse 6 before we had started having guests. So we're just trying to tune down the guests because normally we would not take guests until after one chapter is done. But we're trying to, just to tone down on that a little bit, but we'll still do our one chapter. Okay, so that being said, let's go on to finishing the chapter we were reading. You said you had 2 questions. All right, success. Okay. So let's see if Nubian King, is that all your questions and answers? Is that all your questions answered?
Also, there's news that I came across a long time ago, and I've been searching for it. I think he's been deleted on YouTube somewhere in Ondo State, precisely around a neighboring village around Idori, one of those mountains. They said they've discovered fragments of Torah.
Oh, I've not heard that before.
Yeah, and the I don't know, Americans or British people that came over bodied up the villagers, but I think one of the villagers posted it initially on YouTube, but it's not much on YouTube. I've been looking for that.
Oh, I've not seen
I
that.
can't find it.
I've not seen that. But then, is echoing. Echoing. How do we solve that? Well, that's hard to solve, isn't it? Well, that's not too bad. I'll find a way to figure out. I think I'll just use this manual. Right. But anyways, it's just water. So I've not seen that. But then, like I used to tell people, the day that the Western world tells you that, okay, finally, The Africans are the Hebrews. Hey,
Hey,
just know
just know
that
that
by
by
then
then
it's
it's
too
too
late
late
because
because
it
it
means they
means
have
they have
another
another
agenda
agenda
behind
behind
that
that
disclosure.
disclosure.
It's
It's
just
just
like
like
they're
they're
trying to
trying to
disclose
disclose
UFOs
UFOs
now.
now.
Like
Like
really,
really,
the
the
same
same
people who
people who
did
did
two
two
fake
fake
moon
moon
landings
landings
or
or
fake
fake
moon
moon
landing
landing
and
and
orbiting.
orbiting.
Are they
Are they
the
the
ones who
ones who
will
will
now
now
tell you
take
like,
like,
okay,
okay,
now we
now we
want to
want to
tell
tell
you
you
the
the
truth?
truth?
No
No
way,
way,
no
no
way.
way. So it's just a deception. So that's that about that. Okay. So let's finish. Okay. Oh, fine. No, the £200 is for level 1, 2, and 3. The person asking, Ark Chica. Ark Chica was here before yesterday. Ark Chica, are you part of the Telegram page? It's for level 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Ark Chica, are you part of the Telegram page? Let's do something on TikTok again, just to get it to work. Okay. You are Yahweh. You are Yahweh, the maker of the heaven and the earth, and of it all. You are Yahweh. So am I audible on TikTok? TikTok has just been temperamental today. ah. So am I audible? Can someone let me know? Check 1 2. Okay, audible. Okay. Okay, Nubian King, do you have more questions? At the moment, okay. So your first go-to area for all the links you need, all the information you need, you can always get it later. It's just that Telegram. Please, before you carry on reading, can you please scroll? Yes, it's because there is a discussion group behind that. There's a discussion group linked to that channel, so that's just a channel. So you can how is it that Mrs. Okoye, can you tell us how to get to the discussion group? Just click the info area, the bio of that channel, then to tell you there's a discussion group behind, then try to link yourself to that. Can you try that already? So someone is saying to scroll YouTube, see videos on Tateria, wondering the significance. Yeah, Morimi, I don't know about the Morimi statue. I probably know it by I can probably identify it, but maybe I don't know his Morimi statue. So if they have documented or duplicated it other places, I'm not too sure. I'll need to know the statue at least first. Okay. So right, so have you been able to find that, Nubian King? So you can say hi on the discussion group now, if you don't mind. So once you do that, then I need to remind myself to get you the movie. Yeah, we'll sort that once we're done here. Okay. That being said, yeah. So Hali, yes, I've answered the YouTube guy. I don't know about Morimi statue. I don't know about it. Can try to look for it. Morimi statue. Google is saying Morimi Statue of Liberty. Okay, oh, of course, I know Morimi statue. Okay. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Calling your name, calling your name, we won't quit. We are seeking your face. Okay. But is this the same Morimi that is supposed to be the mother of Olurogbo or the mother of Ella? Can someone confirm? Because if that is it, then we can start to navigate. And someone is even saying Morimi Statue of Liberty. So now I can understand why they are saying, okay, this looks like Statue of Liberty, because she was the person Morimi here is holding something. I don't even know what that is. It looks like either the sword or not a sword, like the flat kind of sword, or either. Okay, the kind that you might want to see in Benin, but maybe that's not what it is. Okay, so but can someone, the person there can also tell me what the statue is holding? So that's interesting. It's not impossible. So this Morimi is if it's the same person that you will see in Samuel Johnson's book, the way it's described, that person matches the kind of thing that Mary did, like Moriamo, more or less, right? And again, another part in Oduifa is linking it to Oyigi, okay, which is the mother of Ella, and that Ella has a lot of similarities with Jesus Christ. Okay. Yes. It's even good the gift is suspended. I understand, but if you want to give like that, mhm. Okay, I see. It's just a glitch, from TikTok. I don't know what's wrong with them. But if you want to give a gift like that, we have partners. I think your friend, if I get it right, is also a partner, by the way, but I'm not too sure. But there's a way to partner, there's a way to give gifts and all that. That's on the website. You find that on conleyministers.org. It's better than this there TikTok. They could even lock your money up there. By the way, we have not withdrawn anything from TikTok so far. I don't even know if it's. I mean, we are giving more money to TikTok than they can ever give back, because sometimes we have to do promotions and stuff. Okay, so that's how to do that. So, but there's links to partner and things like that. Okay, but thanks for the update. Where are we? I hope of okay, Jonathan on YouTube, Paul Nicholas rather. Aha, so TikTok takes 65% of the gift worth, you see. So let's say, for example, you feel like, oh, let me give $100 worth of gift. Well, you're gonna have to buy a coin worth $100 to you, but then by the time they credit the coins to you, it might be worth $70. By the time you give it to the person, well, you get the same $70, but by the time they want to convert it back to money, is maybe $50 worth now already. So when they're finally withdrawing it and you're taking tax at the end of the day or whatnot, the ministry is going to be taking 40% of worth. So you've given $60 to TikTok in the process, or to the system, if you will. Are you there? Right. So that's why I don't even look at the coins, all this flashy toy. I call it toy money. It's not real. There's no point. So, but there's a right platform to what's the word, to partner, or to give one off, or to give repetitively every month, starting from $5 or £5 a month. So there's a lot of people that do that, which is wonderful, and we're so grateful for them. So for those that are partners, for example, you see that subscriber you typed, they will type something else, that's going to give them much more slash, because of course they've been partners for some years or some months or whatnot, and for that kind of course they will get a big slash. I think at least 30 if not 40% of that 250 off, cut off from the thing. So but all of that information on the Telegram page, that's your hub for all of those things. Okay, any other questions before I go ahead? Any other questions? Okay, I'm thinking that's all from everybody. So let's finish that chapter. Hallie, maybe you come up and try to tell us what your friend's question is. Especially, I don't know if that your manager is beside you. Hallie, you can come up. Calling your name, we won't quit. Yep. Seeking your face. Good morning, Hallie. How are you doing? I can hear you, but somehow it's so low and I don't know why. Okay, don't worry, I'll just push it up also here. Okay, I'm with you. Sorry. Oh. Your voice is very, very low. Still low. Or is it just me? Voice coming. Okay, I'll push it to the very max here. So check. Okay, please go ahead. I'm hearing you actually, so let's go ahead. Wow, this is too low. And I think maybe it's just from my end. It's very, very, very... Okay, let me check this. Oh, brilliant. Much better, yeah. Okay. Into what? Spiritual stuff. Okay. Returned. Okay, sorry. Yes, take water. Right. Yeah, so he can just use your device if that's quicker. Yeah, you should just make sure it should give you a raise after this meeting. So, because all right, so just stay on. So, right, I'll try to keep it as long as possible. Right. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. Right. Okay. So we are just 6 verses into Jubilees 26. Right. Okay. So we'll try to push. So if any question pops up, let's still keep it in the comments. I'll answer in the comments and I'll come back to answer in real time. Archika, be sure that you are in the Telegram group. So you've been trying to register since yesterday. I don't even know if you're trying at all, but you've just been there. So let's get that sorted. So now I have to start from verse 1, but I'll speed up. Jubilees 26. And in the 7th year of this week, okay, Isaac called Esau, his elder son, and said to him, I am old, my son. Behold, my eyes are dim, and I know not the day of my death. And now take your hunting weapons and quiver and bow, okay? And go out to the field and hunt and catch me venison, my son, and make me savory meat, such as my soul loves, and bring it to me, that I may eat, and that my soul may bless you before I die. But Rebekah heard Isaac, okay, speaking to Esau, and Esau went forth early to the field to hunt. and to catch and bring home his father to his father. And Rebekah called Jacob her son, and said to him, Behold, I heard Isaac your father speak unto Esau your brother, saying, Hunt for me, and make me savory meat, okay? And bring it to me, that I may eat and bless you before Yahweh, before I die. And now, my son Jacob, obey my voice in that which I command you. Go to the flock and fetch me 2 good kids of goat, and I will make them savory meat for your father, okay, such as he loves, okay? Just a moment. Such as he loves, right? And you shall bring it to your father, that he may eat and bless you before Yahweh, before he dies, and that you may be blessed. And Jacob said to Rebekah his mother, Mother, I shall not withhold anything which my father would eat, okay, and which would please him. Only I fear, okay, my mother, that he will recognize my voice and wish to touch me, okay, and you know that I am smooth, and Esau my brother is hairy, okay, and I shall appear before his eyes as an evildoer, and shall do a deed which he has not commanded me, and he will be wroth with me, and I shall bring upon myself a curse and not a blessing. Okay, and Rebekah, his mother, said to him, Upon me be your curse, my son, only obey my voice. And Jacob obeyed the voice of Rebekah his mother, and went and fetched 2 kids, 2 good and fat kids of the goats. I don't think that was right what they did, by the way. Okay, God would have sorted it some other way. And brought them to his mother, and his mother made them savory meat, such as he, Isaac, loved. And Rebekah took the goodly raiment of Esau her elder son, which was with her, okay, in the house, okay, and she clothed Jacob her younger son with them, and she put the skins of the kids on his hand. Now get this, well, and on the exposed part of his neck, okay. So why did he put that? Is so that when the father tries to feel his body, he's going to feel the skin of a goat to think it is Esau's body. Of course, they did that because that must have been how hairy Esau was. And I like using this, my little duster thing, to say Esau must have been, oops, are we sure we have, okay, with those on YouTube are still seeing, okay, which is great. So, Esau must have been maybe as hairy as something like this, right? There's, I mean, if you, if I am groping in the dark, we're playing some funny game, and you say, okay, can I say, like, can I touch your hand? And I touch something like that, I will withdraw immediately. Maybe you've put a very wild dog or something in front of me, right? But it says that's how, and we do, sometimes we miss these things. That's how hairy Esau must have been, okay? So, and he gave the meat to, where, let's see, yes, on the exposed part of his neck. That's because he's worn a garment. So, and she gave the meat, okay, and the bread which she had prepared into the hands of her son Jacob, okay. And Jacob went into his father and said, I am your son. I have done according as you bade me. Arise, sit, and eat of that which I caught, father, that your soul may bless me. And Isaac said to him, How had you found it so quickly, my son? And Jacob said, Because Yahweh, your sovereign ruler, caused me to find it. And Isaac said unto him, Come near, that I may feel you, my son, if you are my son Esau or not. And Jacob went to Isaac his father, and he felt his hand and said, The voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are the hands of Esau. And he discerned him not, because it was a dispensation, look at this, from heaven to remove his power of perception. And Isaac discerned not, for his hands were hairy as his brother Esau's, right? So that he blessed him. So I don't think this still means that God was happy with this deception. But if heavens is not withholding Esau's discernment, Isaac's discernment, it could have cursed Jacob, and that could have been a problem. You see, maybe. But time and again, I do not think there is any way God will be in line with this deception. Okay? And he said, Are you my son Esau? And he said, I am your son. So he deceived him. And he said, Bring near to me, that I may eat of that which you have caught, my son, and my soul may bless you what is the connection between eating and blessing? Have you thought about that? Why didn't he use anything else? Okay, why does there have to be a sort of transaction-ish kind of situation? Right? And he brought near to him, and he did eat, and brought him wine, and he drank. And Isaac, his father, said to him, Come near and kiss me, my son. And he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of his raiment. And he blessed him and said, Behold, the smell of my son is as the smell of a field, okay, which Yahweh has blessed. And may Yahweh give you the dew, oh my, may Yahweh give you the dew of heaven, and of the dew of the earth, and plenty of corn and oil. Let nations serve you, and peoples bow down to you. Be ruler over your brethren, and let your mother's sons, just one other mother's son by the way, bow down to you. And may all the blessings wherewith Yahweh has blessed me, and blessed Abraham my father, be imparted to you, and to your seed forever. Cursed be he that curses you, and blessed be he that blesses you. And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac has made an end of the blessing his son Jacob, and Jacob had gone from Isaac his father, he hid himself, and Esau his brother came in from his hunting. I think this was the beginning of the problem of Jacob, right? So Esau came from the hunting, and he also made savory meat, and brought it to his father, and said to his father, Let my father arise and eat of my venison, that your soul may bless me. And Isaac, his father, said to him, Who are you? And he said to him, I am your son, I am your firstborn, your son Esau. I have done as you have commanded me. Okay? And Isaac was very greatly astonished, and said, Who is he that has hunted and caught and brought it to me, and I have eaten of all before you came? And I have blessed him, and he shall be blessed, and his seed forever. How did he know that? Is he not just talking? He shall be blessed, and his seed forever. This is okay? Take it fast, quickly. He shall be blessed, and his seed forever. And it came to pass, when Esau heard the words of his father Isaac, that he cried with an exceeding great and bitter cry, and said to his father, Bless me, even me also, father. And he said to him, Your brother came with guile, and has taken away your blessing. And he said, Now I know why his name is called Jacob. Okay, behold, he has supplanted me these 2 times, and he took away my birthright, and now he has taken away my blessing. The first one was not really a supplanting, okay, but yes, the second one was. And you notice after the first one, there was no worries, no issues anywhere. And he said, Have you not reserved a blessing for me, father? And Isaac answered and said to Esau, look at this. Isaac said this, Behold, I have made him your ruler, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants, right? And with plenty of corn and wine and oil have I strengthened him. How did you do that? Each time we read this, I keep asking that question. How do you make him your ruler? Okay, let's say, okay, I just said it. Okay, make sure you do everything he tells you, Yes, sir. Maybe you made him your ruler that way, right? But how do you strengthen him with corn and wine? How? By just talking. Because it wasn't just talking, right? And what now shall I do for you, my son? Okay. And Esau said to Isaac, his father, he gave him revelation knowledge. Okay. That's nice. But I think it was an impartation, not a revelation. It wasn't something he was sitting down and getting and just, okay, I catch this, I catch that. No. Oh God. the logistics of what was happening behind that scene. There were angels. Definitely, this is always angelic, right? Angels are literally like the cogs and the gears of the spiritual realm most times. Okay, but there were angels that must have been around Isaac himself, that must have started following Jacob from that day. You discover that it's shortly after then that Jacob himself began to have encounters with God. He didn't have it before then, not recorded at least, not anything I can remember. You see, so some angelic activities just started taking place, and favor started following him, and he started just becoming unkillable, despite many situations he went through. So it's an impartation, and spirits will follow him. The same way some people would enter some wrong houses, evil pronouncements made on them, and they just begin to make mistakes at work. They begin to fight their husbands and their wives, right? They begin to have prone to accidents. They begin to lose money. They begin to make mistakes in life. It's because of those negative pronouncements. That's how curses function. They will just be going for something important. They'll just have a flat tire. They'll be close to succeeding in something, and something will happen and disrupt it. It's a curse. I'm not talking about random stuff. I'm talking about something that just keeps going consistently. You see, that's how some people, they just start something, they always finish what they start. They call people for help. Even before they call for help, people help them. They support them, right? People tend to like them, just generally. Some people even hate them and say, I don't like you, but okay, but don't worry, send me account number. Right? That's the blessing of God. That's how the blessing functions. It's a supernatural empowerment and help to succeed. That's what blessing is. And the curse is a supernatural empowerment to fail. You see. And it's angels that are usually behind these things, and spirits. So, and Esau lifted up his voice and wept. He said, bless me, even me, Father. And Isaac answered and said to him, behold, far from the dew of the earth shall be your dwelling. That's almost like a curse. But it was just showing him the implication of the blessing he has given Jacob. Far from the dew of the earth shall be your dwelling, and far from the dew of heaven from above. And by your sword shall you live, and you will serve your brother. And it shall come to pass, there's a little bit of escape. And it shall come to pass, when you become great, and do shake his yoke from off your neck, you shall sin a complete sin unto death, and your seed shall be rooted out from under heaven. That's a curse. Slightly different the way he puts it in Genesis. Okay? And Esau kept threatening Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his fathers blessed him. And he said in his heart, may the days of mourning of my father now come, so that I may slay my brother. So at least they had that culture that at least let the father on alive first. So that's the end of Jubilees chapter 26. So we'll do 27 tomorrow. Okay, by God's grace. Okay, so back to where we were on the course. If anybody wants to register for the course now, let me know now, okay? Or let's go on the... let me see. Okay. First, let's finish this live properly. Is there anybody that has a question? For those watching from other platforms, you can just type Kunle Ministers on Telegram, then you'll be able to find the channel with the logo and all that, okay? So anybody that has a question now, is there any? So that we sort this part first before we move on to the other things we're doing. And is there anybody that needs help on Telegram? I probably should go to Telegram. I will go, but I may not necessarily do a live on Telegram, because sometimes, like 2 days ago, we did a live on Telegram immediately after this global live. Okay, but I'm not sure if that's necessary right now. But okay, Holly. Oh yeah, I forgot. Hello, Holly. Is it ready? Okay, let me listen to him. Great, good. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning. My name is Kunle. Yes. Yeah. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes. And I know you disagree though, but what is your I know. But what do you think the timeline is like? Uh-huh. Y- yes, that's what I'm thinking. So 70th week. Go ahead. Yeah, it's. Mhm, mhm. I know. Just give me a moment. I want to do something. Uh, your your manager is very funny. Sorry, he's what? But can you see? You can't see my face. Is that what you're saying? Maybe it's your device. I'm guessing. But can it? Can other people confirm? Mrs. Okoye, can somebody come up or something, Mr. Gang, and confirm that I'm still visible? Okay, I think other people are saying they can see. So maybe it's your device, Halle. Right? But right because I'm gonna kind of need to show him things because we can see you. Yeah, you can. Okay. So, sorry, I didn't ask your name. Did I miss that? My guest today, special guest, Paul. Great. Now, um, let's start from the 70 weeks since you mentioned that. How many years is the 70 weeks in total? No, seven. Yes, the final week is 7 years, isn't it? So the 70 weeks is how many? Well, mhm, 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 mhm,
Bluetooth mode. Connected.
okay.
Armageddon takes place.
Okay. Can you still? Oh, sorry, mom.
It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I got it. Can you still hear me? No. Can you still hear me?
No?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you know, yeah.
I'm trying to prevent an echo. How do I do that? How did I do that the last time? Anyway, I'll try my best. So now let's go. 70 weeks is 490 years in total. Let me move fast, okay?
Let's talk about the Jubilees now.
Sorry.
About the Jubilees. We're not. So it comes up to the final 49th Jubilee.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Seals. No, that's fine. That's fine. I got you. That's okay. What I mean about that's fine is that I've heard you and I understand you. We still disagree. That's fine. But that's what I mean by that's fine. Okay? Now, do you understand that the theology, the eschatology you're following, requires about a 2,000 year pause from the 69th to the 70th week? Are you aware of that? Right. Does it say in scripture that is. Mhm, 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 mhm. When Yeshua physically came? Mhm. Right. So you good. So you great. We're on the same page. We literally had a conference in Sheffield like 3 weeks ago, and this was after this conversation. You probably would still maybe want to watch that. Okay, that's exactly what we treated. Okay, now is that pause in scripture? Does the scripture say there's going to be such a pause? Hmm. Right. Hmm. Sometimes it does, but go ahead. Go ahead. No, I don't think it did. That's the problem. I know, Paul. I understand. No, I know. I know. I know. I I know. Just a minute. Just a minute, Paul. Just a minute. Let's not deal with the consequences of what my position is first. You have told me many times that you disagree. I understand that. In fact, you think it is heresy, perhaps. Okay, and I understand that. Okay, but let's deal with the issue and not run off the tangent talking about, oh, this is so bad. It's so bad. I disagree. It's so bad. Let's see the topic and deal with the fact and scripture. I don't think you get what I'm saying, right? Yeah. So I understand it feels so bad. Sorry. Yeah. We could have. It should be. It should be a dialogue. But I understand how you feel about it. That why is this guy deceived or perhaps deceiving people? But let's hold back that emotion a little bit so we can deal with this with the stuff. Okay. So, um, let me read Daniel chapter 9 verse 24. Okay. Right. Daniel 9:24. So okay, we just have the Bible here. I do KJV generally, which is I think is accurate. Okay. Daniel 9:24. How do we expand that? Good. So now look at this: the difference between the 69th and the 70th week. 70th week. Mhm. We'll get to that. I'm thinking it's receded in a certain place, but that's gonna. I think that will throw you off. You may not. It may offend you in that sense. You get what I mean? I think it's in the North Pole. I think it's in the North Pole, literally. Yes, yes. Most likely place. Well, that's not in scripture, to be fair. But do you? Would you consider the Book of Jubilees at all? Would you consider the Book of Jasher, Enoch? Good. Do you know it says that there is Mount Zion at the center of the navel of the earth? Do you? It takes us a long. Okay, what would you think the shape of this earth is? Brilliant. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Brilliant. That's interesting. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. I know, but you can't go to the North Pole either, right? But you can you go to Antarctica? You can't really. Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, good. So we're fine on the shape of the Earth. It's a dome covered stuff, right? Good. The thing is, you might tell that to somebody and they might get offended. So I try not to get people offended. All right. Okay. Fair enough. So you would. I can see Harley is also laughing. I don't know if you call him Harley. So, um, right. So you would understand then if Jubilees is something you would agree with. If it says that, well, Mount Zion is at the center of the navel of the earth, that would be the North Pole. We're not saying Jesus is there yet. I'm not saying that says Jesus is there. No. But the center of the navel of the earth will be the North Pole at the center. Do you agree with that? Right. Have you heard? I got it. Have you heard what is called Tartaria before? Have you heard that phrase before? What do you know about it? Tell me. What do you think that those buildings come from? Nephilim. How are you sure it's Nephilim? Where did you get that idea that it's Nephilim cities? Yeah, but Sorry, who? Yes, I know, I know. They Satanists last at the end of the. I want to say something though, Paul. I know. I want to say something. The fact that, oof, Christ. Okay, I'll show you something in the book of Enoch now. Okay, I'll say this and I'll show you something in Enoch. Then we'll get back to Daniel. We're not forgetting 70 weeks, but the fact that a technology is advanced does not necessarily automatically mean it's from Satan or from Nephilim. Have you thought about that? Right. Yeah. Well, maybe Satan, maybe demons, but no. All right. Okay, we're gonna deal with that later. Right. Yeah. No, it's okay. We could build. How much time do you have from now, by the way, in this conversation? So I can. Let's do 10 more minutes. Let's try 10 more minutes. So we don't digress too far. Where were we? Sorry, are you still there? Mhm, mhm. Yeah, it's because. Mhm, mhm, mhm. I get it, Paul. Difficult. No, that's okay. That's okay. But let me try in the next. It's now 9 minutes. Just let me say something, right? There is a difference between addressing a topic and we study it out and telling me like 5 billion times that you don't agree. I've heard that already and I get it. Okay? And you've told me that before and I understand. Okay? But we want to address the topic. Let us do that. Let's work on that a little bit for the next about 9 minutes. Let me go to Daniel so we don't digress too far. Daniel 9:24. 70 weeks are determined upon the people, okay? Upon thy people and upon the holy city to finish the transgression and to make an end of sins. That's number two. And to make reconciliation for iniquity, bring the everlasting righteousness, to seal up the vision and prophecy, and to anoint the most holy. Okay, 6 things. So know therefore, Daniel 9:25. Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem. If you disagree with anything, just interject me. I'm trying to be fast. To go. Sorry. Oh, of course. So, yeah. So the going forward of the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem unto the Messiah, the Prince, shall be 7 weeks. Okay? And 60 weeks. That is 69 weeks. Okay? The time the commandment went forth is around 444 BC, when Artaxerxes, I think, made a commandment to build, and I think Nehemiah went to build. He said it to be built in troublous times. He's about to say that. So from that lands on the time of Yeshua. But let's keep reading. The street shall be built again, and the wall even in troublous times. We agree on that. Okay, so that's 69 weeks, right? Oops, okay, that's, yeah, good. So 26. And after 62 weeks, so he's backed off a little bit. Okay, all right, let's see, 7 weeks and 62. He's not backed off, he's still on the 69th week, but he said 62 because there's 9 already. Now this is 62 plus the 9. There's 7 already. 62 plus the 9, this is now 69. Yeah, he stepped out. You at work actually. I know. You should. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So, but there's hardly anything I can say now that is not already in that message. Does it look like it's coming back soon? Okay. Okay. It doesn't look like it's coming back soon. see. Right, so it's okay. So, right. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. So yeah, so what I was gonna say is that yeah, yeah. So what I was gonna say, let me just finish this for him for this. Then eventually he needs to go to the conference, right? And watch that conference. So okay, I'm gonna continue. Yeah. So see, after 3 score and 2 weeks, so this is now 69 weeks. Messiah shall be cut off. That's when Jesus was killed, unalived. Okay, but not for himself and the people of the prince. This is now small p. Now this is where I'm going. So Messiah shall be cut off, but not for himself, and the people of the prince that shall come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary. That's like 70 80. Everybody knows that, okay? And is he African or Igbo? No, it's probably an Igbo person. But that's okay. Caribbean, so Jamaican, okay. So, and the prince that shall come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary. That's like 70 80. I'm sure everybody will agree to that point. And the end thereof shall be with a flood, and unto the end of the war desolation is determined. Okay. 27. And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. Who is that he? It's the same prince he was speaking about in verse 26. The same person that destroyed the temple will confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. That's a simple continuation. It's very simple. There is no 2,000 years between Daniel 9:26 and Daniel 9:27. Right? So I'd like him to check that. See? Right? I'd like him to check that. So, and he, right, and he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. That's the 1 week he's talking about that just started maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago, whatever, according to him. You see? Right? So, for 1 week, and in the midst of the week, that's 3.5 years, very popular. I think all of that is past. He shall cause the sacrifice and oblation to cease, and the overspreading of abomination, etc. So we agree from there. The problem is, where is that 2,000 years between this 26 and 27? There are many directions I could go. He brought up Daniel, is why I'm using Daniel, right? So, but yeah, so what he will need to check is those that pierced. In fact, the first reason 0, we have like 20 reasons. Reason 0, like we call it, is that he told his disciples they will not have gone through all Israel, right, until he returns. I think someone like Paul, your manager, is going to say something like, well, that's just figurative. Well, people are still moving around Israel till today. Well, but if I'm talking, for example, if I'm talking to a people and I say, hey, we would not have gone through the whole of the UK until this and this happened, they would take it literally, and they're right to do that, right? He said those who pierced him will see him. He said that, what else did he say? He said that the Pharisees, that these ones, you're going to see the Son of Man soon sitting, and we have all the scriptures for that. We've popped them on in where we find it in, well, part 4 of the World History series. Okay. So yeah, so he also says many things like that. He says, behold, I come quickly, my reward is with me. I'm coming quickly, I'm coming soon, I'm coming quickly. Why does he keep saying that? Revelation chapter 1 verse 1 says this, that this is the revelation of Jesus Christ, he revealed unto his servant, like that, of things that must shortly come to pass. You see, so when they showed the vision to Daniel, I'm sure he himself would be aware, Paul, that that's the Paul, your manager, that the vision shown to Daniel is the same thing that was shown to John the Revelator, you see. And when it was shown to Daniel, he was told to shut up the vision. Why? Because it's for a long time, and the days is for many days. When the same vision was shown to John the Revelator, like we call him, he was told to not shut up the prophecy. Why? Because the day is at hand, you see. So it's very straightforward and very easy. But then it's just how to start to unlearn many things we've learned and all that. But I guess Paul is going to just want to lift interpretations and disregard literal, just the thing as it's saying there. Because we can't, it's difficult to see. You can't see you can't see it in history. And I think it's because it's been hidden, which goes to confirm the season of deception indeed that apparently the world is in, you see. So you can send him that recording and let's see how that goes. We'll see how tomorrow is going to be. Yeah, so I expect him to come on Sabbath day, also Saturday. It's also a good time because I think he'll be off work then. Ty Karis. Thank you so much, Harley. Ty Karis, how are you doing? Yes, good to have you. You have a quick question? We are just wrapping up. Commanded on Jacob. Oh no, that's not scripture. That's just what do they call it? Extra inference. I just induced that. But tell me what you think, please. Okay. Okay. More or less good angels. Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is a contribution, right? I guess, not a question, is it? Oh, am I audible? Okay. Okay. No, no, no. No, no, no. But my thought is very straightforward. But I think you're just trying to show some things which I've got. I think you were the ones who was talking about portals the last time you came. Okay, which is good. So, yeah, I just inferred that. By the way, did you notice that a literal angel appeared to Jacob, which I'm sure you will have things to say about? Okay, about that. Okay, but right. Okay, okay. Check, 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 check. Yes, can you hear me? Great, please go ahead. Right.
Is from another world, but more advanced. So whatever they call nebulae, one world here, one world here, I don't, they are just trying to give context to it.
I see. I see. Yeah, indeed. I catch that. And in fact, that's kind of scriptural when it says there are some people that, what's the word? They entertain strangers and unawares they have entertained angels, things along those lines. It's something like that in Hebrews 11, right? So that's really indeed. And even for those the descendants of Abraham that don't know how to identify angels in that sense, when they, I like calling it SOW, what God has us to put our resources, our money into, amongst other things, which is strangers, orphans, and widows, you see. So when you entertain strangers like that, you just see somebody who needs help, just randomly, just entertain them. Most people from there, you entertain angels and not knowing. And of course, that activates you to get what
God might have even in plan for you at that time. So that's quite wonderful, right?
Sorry, I also one more last question for you. Sorry. Now, what has also been misconstrued is to think devil is an angel or fallen angel.
Okay.
It's totally new.
Okay.
Because these are beings with different anatomy. But the angels can come into this earth.
Okay.
So if at all you want to allocate the devil, Lucifer,
Yeah.
he is not in the form or in the heavens world of angels at all.
Okay.
He falls within the category of the cherub and the seraph, which they have a different anatomy and they cannot gain entrance into this earth except through the fallen angels.
See.
So when people say hey, it's an angel of this, I'm like, people don't even understand the different heavenly world, the heavens world of man, heavens world of angel, and their anatomy, the heavens world of the cherub and the seraph, or seraphim.
I'm
It's not
assuming
mentioned.
there's a slight echo. Just a moment.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Let me able to
Can you hear me though?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Um,
It's from your head, I think.
just a moment. Yeah, I'm thinking.
That understanding.
Mhm.
People just say the devil, you don't support you don't know.
Let me tell you what I want to say. Let me tell you, I'll give you about 2 minutes. Now audible, great. That's what I wanted to confirm. Just a moment, I'll be with you in a moment. Creative, right? Creative, somebody from YouTube. Can you hear the guest now? That's the connection I'm trying to achieve, really. So, is there an echo, TY?
I can hear myself when I speak, but the echo is not coming from you.
Okay, so
Like
yeah,
my own is repeated.
right. How do we prevent that? Okay, I have to really prevent that manually. Try now. Can you hear yourself back now? Good. Okay, we'll find ways around those issues. So yes, the guest is audible for those on YouTube, which is what I was trying to work on. So that's working now. So let me give you 2 minutes to do something for us today. Ifeoluwa, okay, nice. Right. So now this is what I want you to do in 2 minutes. I suspect you have knowledge, ideas regarding what the anatomy, like you call it, of Satan would be, what differences between angels would be, and those that are fallen or not. Maybe even how to identify angels. Because from where you're speaking, it sounds like you have some knowledge about that. So can you give us a quick download of that? Just summary of that knowledge and the sources. If it's by revelation, that's fine. Okay, you can hear now, that's great. So if it's by revelation, that's okay. Okay, so give us a quick summary of how you came about some of that knowledge. Let's go. Well, first, what the knowledge
Yeah,
is.
I'm
Yes.
fine.
Yeah, what the knowledge is.
Yeah, you. Okay. So, how to identify them? That is a Brahmin secret. You know that, right? So, but what I mean is, from the scriptures, the one that has been given to us, like the scriptures that you have in your hand that everybody read, within the lines, we should be able to highlight when people had encounters with people, maybe in the wilderness, like Anna, or what her name, Anna saw somebody that gave her a name. What kind of angel is that? Like the ones that the story of Job, which sounds like an allegory, and the four beings with Job. What is the identity of Job, and what is the identity of those four beings? So, like different identity, the angel of God, they call one angel of God presence that appeared before Joshua. These are physical appearance. Anything that you see with your naked eyes is physical, and it took not a strange form, it took a form of a man. Now, but the thing is, did it come through a woman? Did it come through? Did it come through the womb? If it did not come through the womb, what matrix gave birth to them? Then that's why I now said I talked about rivers, or what some people call water, or what you call air roots. Now, you made a statement about the North Pole. Yeah, elements of truth in some things. Do you understand? And the identity of where Zion is, there are elements of truth. But I don't want to sway that way. But one thing the earth needs to know is there are angels that take human form, walk amongst you, might be your neighbor, take all the attention away from themselves, school dead, and they have students that they teach to exhibit this. Maybe in Africa, you have them like witch doctors, but maybe in the Western world, you have them like people that build, what do you call it? Build all those, what do you call it? All these weapons and etc. But you don't give it to Nephilim or give it to the robotic beings, which are like angels. They are still trying to see what technology or all those display of physics or what this earth cannot understand in the airspace. Then they are wondering how did they get this? This is against physics or etc. There was a guy that came from is it Burundi or that built a car without fuel. Where is that guy?
Low battery. Please charge.
Who is his father? Who is his mother? So you can track this thing when you look at it. Someone that existed but doesn't have a father, doesn't have a mother. I can give you an example. Somebody said, did Shango have a father? Did somebody, maybe you tell me this because you know a little bit about Yoruba. Did Shango have a father that actually gave birth to him?
Low battery. Please charge.
Did they ever call him an Ukudaya? Or somebody took an image of him? So these are signs, but if you want to know them, all those stories of Okudaya, or all those stories of somebody came back, or somebody that lived in Nigeria now, the same image in this time, you think is that same your brother that died in Nigeria, that is in Ghana. Then, if you look into those stories, that's where you find the angels hiding their image, or putting images of children that were borrowed from some other photo.
I see. That's interesting.
Leave it there.
Yeah, that's
For now, but I just need people to know when you should be able to, understand that there's mankind, they are
Low battery. Please charge.
um, um, cherub and the seraph. Those ones cannot enter into this earth. Or they cannot even transfigure. And one of the things they are trying to figure out is how to get that entrance into this earth, and they cannot. Except if the portal is open to the door.
I see.
And they cannot do.
Right.
So that's my position. But I need you to talk about those four rivers around Eden.
No, I mean
What they have. Are they in this earth? Are they somewhere?
I see. That's interesting. Well, thanks, Solan. Do I do this? Just before that, those on YouTube, I think there'll be an echo now, actually.
Low battery. Please charge.
We're just testing an
an
equipment,
equipment,
so
so
we
we
will
will
need
need
to.
to.
So we need to. There's
There's
something
something
I'll
I'll
need to
need to
do
do
on
on
here
it
or
or
get
get
another
another
one. I
one. I
just
just
tested.
tested.
I
I
have
have
one
one
Bluetooth
Bluetooth
speaker.
speaker at home.
Are you
Are you
saying
saying
something?
something?
T.Y., are
T.Y.,
you
are you
saying
saying
something?
something?
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
okay.
No, no,
No,
no.
no,
I
no, I
got
got
you.
you.
So
So,
yeah,
yeah,
so
so
yeah,
yeah,
the
the
four
four
rivers.
rivers,
I
I
don't.
don't,
Most
most
of
of
the
the
things
things
I
I
know
know
is
is
either
either
from
from
history
history,
books
books
somewhere.
somewhere,
Things
things
by
by
revelation.
revelation.
I
I
wouldn't
wouldn't
bring
bring
that
that
so
so
much.
much
Like
like
Evangelist
Evangelist
Lara
Lara
was
was
asking
asking
me.
me.
Okay,
Okay,
but
but
things
things
that
that
people
people
can
can
check
check
and they
and they
can
can
confirm
confirm
almost
almost
text
text
for
for
text.
text.
See
See
the
the
pictures,
pictures,
see the
see the
references,
references,
see
see
the
the
book,
book,
read
read
it
it
yourself.
yourself.
Okay,
Okay,
so I
so I
wouldn't
wouldn't
have
have
anything
anything
super
super
exciting
exciting
about the
about the
four
four
rivers
rivers
other
other
than
than
what
what
you'll
you
be
will
fine.
find.
But I
But I
think they
think
are
they're
physical
physical
and
and
they are
they are
in
in
Africa.
Africa.
Okay,
Okay,
there's
there's
an
an
echo.
echo. Yes, I think they're physical and they are in Africa. But maybe you should watch our videos. Take time to watch it, and so you can catch it. It's easier. I'm showing you the thing, why I think so, and all that. Right? I think they are literal, such that our Kaabo land is really the Garden of Eden. Literally, is there within Africa somewhere. You see. So, but you may want to watch the part one of my interview with 91 podcast. Did you say you've watched everything? Yes, but right, you can go to our our what's it called, YouTube page, and check for that playlist is there. Okay, so that you can get I think it's literal water. I know it's sounding like you have a different opinion, but I think the rivers were literal waters, and but it's not liquid. Hey, you are using semantics. Tell me, you said water is a portal, right? You said water is a portal. Is that what you said? Are you talking about ice and gaseous water in form of steam? Of course, that's not news really. But I'm sure there's something, right? Okay. Mm, right. It's right. Right. Okay. Hmm. I think. Hmm. I think I get. I think I get where you're coming from, but I usually try to. Those are very interesting concepts, but I try to kind of avoid that. Like as a ministry, as a platform, it's not bad, wrong in that sense, but usually, did you hear when I was speaking with that Paul, the guy that came asking about Jesus' return and all that? Aha. So my point is, when you want to engage with people like that, which I do like every other day, you are not about to start telling them some semantics and some revelation in that sense. They're not going to catch it up. They're not going to, yeah. You have to bring black and white text, you see. So I tend to go in that direction than to say, okay, water is a portal, people can go in, people can come out. You tell me, show me the video, and I don't have any video of that. So, but I appreciate, your perspective and all that. And it's nice, interesting. But if you have the time, check those interviews like in sequential order, so you can get what it is that I'm trying to show as a perspective. But thanks for coming, Ty. Once again, would like to have you every other time. Thank you. So now, as we're beginning to wrap up, actually, I don't have to wrap up now, but um, is there anybody apart from the person that wanted to get a movie, which I would let them remind me on Telegram, okay? So is there anybody that has a question or that wants to get the course that is having any challenges? Which I don't think there's any challenge. Most of the challenge is just money for most people. Maybe the cost which we are saying we're gonna slash for them. Is there anybody that wants to get the course now? Okay, so we get that sorted now. Arc is like you've been trying, or I don't know if you tried at all. Okay, Arc on TikTok. Let me see. So Arc something, I forgot their second name now. Okay. Yeah, technology come from angels. So I really want to see what this where this goes. Okay, we have finished that. So Arc, let me know. Do you want to get a course now so that I get that sorted, so I don't have to go live on Telegram? Okay, is there anybody on YouTube that wants to get the course now, the Reason and Learn program now, so that we get that sorted real time right now, real time right now. So I'm waiting for your comments. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So let me know in your comments right now so that we can try to sort that for you. Okay, so there's none on Facebook, so that's fine. Okay, so I don't think there's anybody requesting for that on Instagram either. On YouTube, I can hear him now. Okay, good. I don't think there's anybody who wants to get on YouTube yet. So, and then this is TikTok, so I think everybody's fine. So, but then if you change your mind, you get ready, come on Telegram, see the best discount you can get, then we'll get you enrolled for the course. We're starting on Monday by God's grace. So let me appreciate those who are on the live, then we close. So thank you, Vessi Josh, Sip World. Sip World is one of the most consistent person. I had to drag him up one time. Interestingly, he's a he, but I was looking like a female face I'm seeing there, but it's a he. Okay, I think he just prefers not to talk so much. But if you go check, is it the statistics, analytics is like they're always coming around. So thanks for coming, Vessi Josh, Sip World, Casolese, Evangelist Lara, Wola Olani, Giangzi, Hale, Ancient Hebrew, Chema Okoye is requesting. So thank you all for coming, and see you next time. So we're here 10 o'clock every day on the Global Live on more or less all platforms. Okay, UK time. Okay, all right. So the request was not intentional. So God bless you. See you then. Let's go on Telegram now for a little bit of chat. If you get on the channel, get to the discussion page, then see if you have any needs or those who are the person we promised the free movie. So God bless you. Bye bye. Love you all. See you then. So those watching from other platforms, thanks for coming around. We'll find a way. We'll need a physical monitor speaker, which is good. Okay, to get to project the thing back to you some way, either through here, the mic here, or through there. Okay. So right now we can go back to the streaming that we're doing, the 24-hour streaming, so that we get that sorted. So by the way, is anybody watching that is not subscribed? These YouTube viewers, can you subscribe now? Subscribe right now. Okay, there should be somewhere some button there to subscribe. So subscribe right now so that we can get that out of the way. Like a symphony, holding harmony, we will raise you up. So I'm assuming there is none since I didn't get a feedback. Okay, so I'm assuming you're all subscribed, which is good. So we'll see you next time. Let me transition now to the other one so that we can continue from there. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. All right, so thank you so much all. God bless you. See you next time.